Opening batter. Three fielders on the off inside the circle. A slip in place. Mahato to Zeb. And we're all set for this match. It's a roar. It's the El Clasico. Here we go. He begins with a loose now. First runs on the board here for Sudur Paschim Royals. 5 wides. Very good morning to Sridhar and Sriram as well.
Good morning, Mikhail. Must be some nerves out there as well. This is a big game. Two quality opponents. Kishore Mahato usually very good with the new ball. Doesn't get the start that he wants. Round the wicket for the lefty. Way down the leg side. And Sudur Paschim are 5 on the board without being first ball being bowled. Those bonus runs that for the Royals.
Much better. You'd want to believe everyone's coming out of cold storage at the moment, Sri. So cold. What a morning. The coldest I've experienced. And it was evident with others as well. Not surprisingly, the players also will just take some time to warm in, though they've had their sessions. But with the nerves, with the chill in the air, the nip in the air, you'd expect players to also just about take time to get into their groove.
Yeah, definitely. It's freezing in the morning. It's an early start. Remember, 9 o'clock start local time in Kathmandu. He's warming up now, Mahato.
Yeah, just a quick reminder to all of viewers. Janakp bowls winning the toss, deciding to bowl first. And the changes for the bowls, you have Joshua Tromp coming in place of Mohammad Mohsin. Bit surprising there, Mohsin missing out, and Arundiko Yadav coming back in place of Hemant Dhami. Just the one change for the Sudur Paschim Royals. Harmeet Singh comes in place of Dilpreet Bajwa. Yeah, it's an important game in context to how they position themselves in the top 4 going forward. Yeah, just a tickle down leg, and that's been signaled wide.
Yeah, another extra delivery. Mahato is getting considerable movement, but his radar is a bit off now. Yeah, again, comfortably down the leg side. Easy decision for the umpire. Mohammad Mohsin, they said, was rested, so obviously he's an important bowler. So they will get a look at Joshua Tromp, who's played for the Texas Super Kings, got a 56 not out in the MLC, plays for the US. Yeah, first runs off the bat for Saif Ali Zeb, tucking it to square leg, gets off the mark. 7 for no loss, the Royals. Bandari, he's got starts in most of the games. Bandari hasn't really gone on. Vinod Bandari, very experienced, but he's definitely doing the role that he's assigned. That is to give the Royals a fast start. He's the one. Don't be surprised if he has a swing first ball. That's something he usually does. He's got a start, 23, 35, 17 and 10. But he hasn't yet carried on, Bandari.
Yeah, signs of aggression. Fine legs up in the circle. First boundary here for the Sudur Paschim Royals. And Vinod Bandari gets the inside half of the bat, but they'll welcome every run at this stage. Smiles in the middle. They're looking good.
Usually Mahato's good, but this time uses the feet, just a bit on the leg side, uses the angle very nicely. And once it gets past the 45, no chance. The first Super 4 powered by Encel of this innings. Sudur Paschim Royals are truly underway.
Yeah, just straightened. Not a bad toss to lose, I reckon, for the Sudur Paschim Royals. I know it's morning conditions, the ball does a bit, it's a damp wicket, but each time the Royals have won, they've batted first. The only time they lost was the last game when they were chasing 167 against the Rhinos. They fell short by 33.
Pretty straightforward decision to bowl first. There was a bit of dampness in the wicket when I had a look at it in the morning.
Yeah, he's just trying to...
Not much wrong. He didn't even get a ball. As we see Harsh Thakur, the hero from the last game, 5 wickets. What an over. Last over he bowled. Harsh Thakur, 5 for 23 in the last game against the Lumbini Lions.
Yeah, nicely played, presenting the full face of the bat. Yeah, he's had his moments. 8 wickets for him in the tournament. One of the leading wicket takers in that grid of top 5 wicket takers in this NPL season 1.
It's a bit stiff, doesn't he? Yeah, it's cold. It's not easy for the spinner. But he's in terrific form. You ask him whether it's a 5 for 23 or Shikhar Dhawan's wicket. I think he'll go for Shikhar Dhawan's wicket. That was a beautiful ball that he bowled to Shikhar Dhawan. Got him bowled. Lovely flight. Good drift as well. He's a very, very good cricketer, Harsh Thakur.
Yeah, he's trying the... Yeah, he's bowled well. He's come out well for the Janakp boards. For the bat too, he's contributed. Harsh Thakur, very nice boy to talk to. Very grounded. Has a very matured head on his shoulder. Very early in this innings, as early as the second over, he's been drafted in by his captain.
Good over. Bit of grip in the wicket as well. It's not easy. There's a bit of dampness in the morning. Speaking to the groundsman, he had put in a little bit of water yesterday because it started to spin last evening. It's very hard for the groundsman. 2 overs gone. It's a maiden for Thakur. It's 11 for no loss.
Bowls, they're batting first once again in cold conditions. They have the Pokhara Avengers and Karnali X to play as well in the coming days on the 15th and 16th. We're getting into the bit. There's so much at stake and so much to look forward to as Kishore comes into his second. Yeah, some movement there. Quite an eventful start, Sri. We saw some opportunities, almost a catch, ball going for 5 wides, moments for the bowler, and the batter as well taking the attack to the opposition.
Yeah, very true. Bit of late swing from Mahato, surprised Bandari on that occasion. Nevertheless, they get some leg buys. Or it's probably given bat. Wasn't leg buys, beg your pardon. Bandari was aware of that late swing.
Yeah, he's been trying that this morning. A bit of yes and no. They'll get home safe. But Bandari has been taking that stride forward to the pacer.
Yeah, they have cramped him for room. It's bright and sunny now. But it wasn't like this morning. I promise you. There was a bit of frost on the ground. It was... Look at that. I've not seen this before. That's a beautiful winter morning here in Kathmandu. The air was so fresh. There's a bit of chill in the air as well. And what surprised me was HD was just in his t-shirt.
He's a brave man, HD. He'll walk on ice, Shri. Bare feet.
Love to see him do that. I'll ask him when he comes to his next stint. Yeah, there's a lot of support for both teams. People love the Bulls and the Sudhar Pachim Royals. They've got their own following as well. And this being the El Clasico, the stadium is already packed.
That's a lovely strike. Up and over. And that's how Binod Bandari likes to play his cricket, in the slot, and he goes down the ground.
Yeah, this time actually the ball swung away from the right-hander. And that's what allowed Bandari to free his arms. He was giving a shimmy down the wicket, but it just swung enough to get under the bat. Bandari, who hits it straight and into the side screen. Terrific shot from Bandari. He's up and away, his first boundary, his second in fact. Yeah, another of those super fours powered by Encel. And every time the 4 is hit, 4 education kits for school children are provided. Kept a bit low, good batting from Bandari, good awareness. Dropped it under his feet, rotated strike. Excellent, people have turned up in large numbers. Yeah, already, as you pointed out, Mikhail, this is a lovely contest between bat and ball. Everything has happened. There's been a bit of movement, there's been a bit of spin, and the batters are attacking as well. And that's a prime example.
Yeah, good contest. Good over as well this for the Royals. 27 for no loss. You got to accept the offer sometimes. Vinod Bhandari has played with a lot of intent. Now, this is what I've liked about them this morning. We talk about the 4s and 6s. It's the running between the wickets. Tap and run.
It's also smart batting because it brings the left-hander on strike. Bhandari doesn't want to face the experienced large, but that's very good batting. Bat in front of the pad, just turn the wrist enough and also played it with such soft hands that the ball didn't reach the cover fielder. Excellent batting by Bhandari. Saif Ali Zeb hit him for a maximum in the last over. What's he got?
This one's right out of the screws, and it's out of here as well. Outrageous hit by Saif Ali Zeb. What a shot this morning.
Second Siddhartha Bank maximum for Saif Ali Zeb. But all credit to Vinod Bhandari. He took that single of the first ball, which got Saif Ali Zeb on strike. This is real role clarity from the yellow team opener. Sudhar Pashchim Royals, they bat really well in pairs. Batting is not about individually, but batting is about batting in pairs. And that's something Bhandari and Saif Ali Zeb have done really well. He's lost the ball.
And with Zaim in supreme form, they'll want to get more. Yeah, he's using the crease extremely well. Bit of a misfield. They'll get a single.
Our bowls have been unbeaten so far, but this is going to be their real challenge. But I think the credit to that 6 goes to Bhandari as well. I was talking about it earlier. First ball of the over, just knocks it for a single. Brings Saif Ali Zeb on strike. And then Saif can do what he does best, which is take on his matchup. So, brilliant batting in pairs by the Royals. Yeah, what's Bhandari got for us?
Smart, sensible cricket. Was trying to access the gap on the off and get to the other end. Yeah, it's a good comeback here for Rajbanshi as well.
Bhandari is quite clear. He wants Zeb on strike against the left-arm spinner. Zeb to take his chances. When Thakur bowls, I think it'll be Bhandari who takes his chance. So that left-right combination is so important in a T20 game. Tries to sweep, misses. Good bowling. Rajbanshi is so much at home when he bowls to the right-hander.
Yeah, he's tried that a couple of times today. He's trying to sweep the left-arm orthodox spinner. Final delivery of over number 5. They've got 8 runs already. A slip in place. A change in the field. Square leg comes to a rather conventional mid-wicket, deep mid-wicket position. A short mid-wicket as well inside the 30-yard circle. And he plays it on the off to keep strike for over number 6 as well. The going has been good for
Team fans will know Nepal versus UAE, that rivalry that has lit up the associate game over the last 2 years. No, it's the NPL El Clasico, the Janakpur Bolts against the Sudhir Pashchim Royals, and both sides with incredible support here. Yes, maybe the Royals fans outnumbering the Bolts by a bit, but not by much, as Jimmy Neesham is going to come into the attack. Beats the outside edge immediately, 34-year-old all-rounder from New Zealand. Andrew Leonard here with you, delighted to have Manali Patel alongside me. Manali, well, very Canadian feel this morning, isn't it? It's cold.
Yeah, walked into a bit of frost this morning here at the UT International Cricket Stadium, and no surprise at all that the crowds have come in numbers. It's the 2 heavyweights in the Nepal Premier League, the Bolts going head-to-head against the Royals. Slapped away. And they come back for a second. Good running this. They pick up 2 quick runs.
Yeah, Bhandari's had a good little tournament, hasn't he? Lots of starts, 20s and 30s. He's played nicely, generally been at a good rate as well. Lots of intent shown up at the top. Seen a few of those. Outfield's in good nick, but maybe young Joshua Trump probably hasn't played in front of an atmosphere quite like this. I know he's played in Major League Cricket. This is something else here. Must be close to 10,000. This is slashed away. 4 more. Bandari continues to take on the... Asif Sheikh has kept the gloves. Malantha kept in the first 3 games, but they've gone back to the national team keeper today. Just pre-game, Pabudi Dasanayake, the head coach, someone you obviously know very well. So we see the madness up in the NCSS section, the Bay 13 of this ground. It was Sa, Sheikh, Dasanayake on the outfield. That's the brains trust, isn't it? I know technically Anil Sa is the captain, but it almost feels like co-captains. They've had such a good tournament. They win today, they'll, in essence, they will be guaranteed a playoff spot. Oh, on a cold morning, don't want to get hit there. End of the power play belongs to the Royals. 42 for none.
And as well.
Yeah, time for a little bit of mystery. Bowled one of the balls of the tournament, didn't he? Shermala. But has been expensive at the same time, just in for the 1 bowl so far in the competition. Oh, nearly creates a chance from his very first delivery. It's kind of a shade of Sunil Narayan. Just that he'll generally bowl off breaks, but he has that ability to bowl the carom ball to get it to go away.
One of the other things that the fielders are going to have to deal with in this cold morning is the fingers. Ball gets hit hard, your fingers are a bit nimbly, they're a bit sore. Can be very tricky fielding. You don't want that ball to ping off of those fingers. Pocket warmer is not a bad idea.
Five fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle now. And with the left-hand, right-hand combination, there's fielders running everywhere. 2 in the deep on the offside. Deep cover, long off, and then 3 in the deep on the leg. It's right into the hitting arc. Bandari likes the look of it, and well, mighty, because he's hit it up to his teammates, right into the pavilion. That's a great strike, and the fans, they're loving it.
It's the first 6 off of his bat, another Siddhartha Bank 6. And out of the screws, in the hitting arc, and he helps himself to half a dozen. Big shot this. Trying to put the pressure right back on the bowler.
Really have seen a massive propensity of left arm spin or mystery spin. This is behind square, should be a couple, but Bandari can't turn quickly enough to get there.
Worked into the leg side. And cut off just inches from the rope. Good running though.
Yeah, it must be a slightly surreal day for Shermala as the 50 comes up. He's from Surat Pashim. He's playing against them. He's played for the province across many tournaments for many years. It's one of the little side notes of the way the draft has worked. You might not end up in your home province. And his first over's gone for 11 as the Royals continue. Started with the maiden, back into the attack. Going to get a couple, good running, very comfortably, well judged. Now Manali, Kalti.com, our ticketing partners, that's where you can book your tickets. Today, are we going to see that first crowd catch by one of the spectators? Remember, it's got to be caught on camera, and if it is, you win 25,000 rupees. Surely today is the day.
Well, it's a full house, and it wouldn't surprise me if we do see a crowd catch.
One of the grounds team teased us yesterday. They showed the fans how it's done, but they can't win the money. You've got to be up in the crowd to win that Calty.com crowd catch. I think it's going to be today. Question is, will it be a Dependra Singh Irie 6?
Yeah, go and get your tickets. Culty.com, our official ticketing partners, have done a phenomenal job.
Fielder out there, the first wicket. And it's an ultraviolet, ballistic moment of the day, no doubt about that, because it's Harsh Thacker again, fresh from a fiver, back into the wickets. Safe save, really struggled against the off spinner, and he's gone.
The first one falls, and it's a big one in Zabe. Harsh Thacker, 5 for 23 in the last game. He finally picks up his first wicket, and he's just into his second over. Big moment this, big breakthrough. The first one falls.
6, 7, 8 for the United States. He's particularly good in that series in Texas against Bangladesh that USA won. But they've stuck him up the order. And he gets off the mark immediately. It's not the first time for him to Nepal. He'll know the local conditions. Is this a matchup thing again, Manali? They wanted to keep the left-hand, right-hand combination going?
I'm not really sure I'm entirely sold on this idea of bringing in Harmeet Singh this far up the order. Yes, he's a handy batter, but I would classify more as a middle to low order, come in and swing towards the death overs, try and attack the bowler then, because it is more of that. It is more swinging to the stars. At this point, you want someone who can create that partnership and rotate the strike with Binod Bhandari, who's going really well, 28 of 25.
I wonder, is he almost been sent in a kind of a number 3 pinch hitting role? Is he just going to have a go at everything? 8 have been bowled, the first wicket has fallen. It's 57, put up to number 3. This is why he's here, because of that dismissal of safe save. Also seen a signing, haven't we, for the Kings? Scott Edwards, the captain of the Netherlands, who was playing for Victoria in that competition. He's come in from Guyana too, just like our co-commentator, Darren Goff. People moving everywhere. A couple of big signings, those two. I think Harmeet Singh's bowling in particular is going to be very effective. How's he going to go with the bat?
I definitely see him a contender with the ball. Can generate some good turn as well. Especially these pitches that are just now starting to turn. We've seen some really good turn out in the middle. We'll just have to see how Harmeet Singh ends up performing here. I would have been a little more comfortable bringing in a proper batter at this point, a number 3 bat.
Bowled him! Mala only deals in spectacular deliveries to take wickets. He's taken 2 in the competition, and they've been 2 of the balls of the entire tournament. That was unplayable. The top of off kissed, and Harmeet Singh, the experiment at number 3, doesn't work. He's gone for 1.
We really did not look comfortable at all. Turned ever so slightly away and takes the top of the off stump. It's an absolute gem of a delivery. Just kissing.
Down the ground, McMullen immediately into his work. Yeah, I think the slight delay we had in play there. Ben Mike is on as a subfielder. He's only played the 1 game, been a bit unlucky. He must have come on for one of the overseas players. We'll get that checked. As Mala nearly finds another. 9 bowled, 59 for 2. Third, didn't open the bowling today. Now, before we had the day off, we saw Sharmala produce a ridiculous delivery to bowl Arjun Saud of the Lumbini Lions. That was the carom ball. This one here in the last over. has cleaned up Harmeet Singh with a stunner. Probably not much Harmeet could do about this.
Now squared him right up. That little bit of grip and turn. And it was an absolute perfection when it just took the top of the bail. Right there, top of off stump. That's all you need.
It's a funny old game, isn't it? Whether you're a spinner, a seamer, whatever you bowl, if you hit the top of off, you generally aren't going too far wrong. Key is finding the length that you need to bowl to hit the top of off. So look at the field, still the 3 on the leg, 2 on the off in the deep.
With the wicket, the momentum's now completely shifted. It's just slowed the game down. Binod Bhandari was striking it very well, is now starting to struggle because he's been at the non-striker for some time. He's now got to refocus, reconcentrate, and that additional wicket just starts to play on your mind. We're 1 more wicket down now.
Yeah, and this sort of trend of it turning more in the morning match maybe than the evening game seems to be continuing. Definite grip out there, particularly for Mala. Even for Rajbanshi, who's tended to challenge the inside edge. And those projected scores have come down from sort of 170, 180. Might be quite happy with 150 from where they are. But remember, the Tiger effect. Dipender Singh Airi still to come. Turn on offer. Oh, nearly creates a chance as Thacker does the fielding. Halfway stage of the first innings of this
game as the tournament goes on. And we witnessed it yesterday as well. There was sharp turn, and today has been not very different, I must say. Last 30 balls, only 26 runs. Arniko Yadav, another left-arm spinner.
Bringing the changes here. Neesham just bowled a single over. Kishore Mahota only bowled 2 overs. Otherwise, it's just been spin.
They realized that very quick. Seamers were going for runs and the ball was coming on a lot better. Spin to win.
And what about the crowd here? 9:45 in the morning, and there is not a spare seat in the house. Quite incredible, the support. Yep. Don't say that the locals aren't knowledgeable. They know that this is the biggest game so far of the group stages.
Yeah, without a doubt. 2 best team, and look at that for a crowd turning up in huge numbers. Doing it in singles, McMullen. Yeah, usually McMullen bats at 3. Harmeet Singh was sent in at 3, inexplicably.
I'm glad you used the word, because all of us are scratching our heads about that decision. Good run.
You talk about left-hand, right-hand combination, but yeah, McMullen with such good form through the tournament. Already had a 50 to his name, 23 in 20 in the last innings that he batted.
That'll be a wide. They'll get a couple here as well. And they'll get more than a couple. Those are very handy in these conditions.
The extra runs and extra balls are so handy. That's a bit of a not the best of takes.
Worked away on the leg side by McMullen. He'll only get a single, but a better over that for the Royals. They get 10 from it, 11. They'll run hard, they'll push hard. Get through for 2. I just want to go back to that Harmeet Singh coming in at number 3. Surely in these, I know that the coaching staff are probably thinking, right, we'll send someone up to just have a go and maybe we can get away. But surely when you have the likes of McMullen and even Dipendra Singh Airy on this type of surface, surely as a batter you would want a little bit of time to be able to feel the surface, get used to the surface, so that you can then express yourself later on. Chance, chance, difficult. McMullen survives.
That's great proof that it's just not an easy wicket to come and have a go at. You need a bit of time, you need a bit of batsmanship as well. It's not like you can just come in and slog the spin. Got to be able to use your feet, use the depth as well as come down, play the sweep. There's a lot more to it than just stand and deliver.
This will be out, and is.
Soft dismissal for Bandari. It was short and wide, stopped on the surface a little bit. Bowls a bit of a carom ball. Sher Malla had so much time, but he hit it straight into the fielder, who accepts it gleefully. Malla's second wicket. Bandari scratchy 33.
Crucial partnership this for the Royals.
Absolutely crucial. Good player, Dipendra Singh Airy plays these conditions very well. Runs lightning between the wickets. Just beware, Scott McMullen. He's going to run you for breath in this altitude. Already looking, and it's 75 for 3 after 12.
It's easy though. This is not easy batting here. This is a quality player on strike here, and he's struggling.
Very two-paced, the odd one spins. Yeah, what a player he's been. Dipendra Singh Airy, 194. That strike was about 200 a couple of days ago. Just dropped a bit. He can not only play the big shots, but he can rotate strike, run very swift between wickets, very fit. And look at those people still coming in. The crowd's still trickling in, and I think the word's around that Dipendra Singh Airy is on the crease. And people from everywhere have started to turn up.
Well, last time I saw this sort of reaction, a man dressed in a very similar colour was walking to the crease. MS Dhoni for the Chennai Super Kings. Oh, they're going to get rid of him. They're going to get rid of him. That's an enormous wicket. The batters have no answer on the surface as Ari stares at a length as he makes his way off the ground.
The crowd stunned in silence. They can't believe what they've just seen. Dipendra Singh Airy got out. Yeah, that just stopped on him. Went nowhere. He wanted to work it for a single, but just hit high on the bat and gives Joshua Trump an easy catch. Arniko Yadav celebrates. Look at that for a reaction. She is disappointed. It's not at all been easy. And the spinners have just wreaked havoc here. They're going through the overs very quickly. It's disappointment for everyone that's here, because Dipendra Singh Airy just hold out to the extra cover. That's a poor delivery from Arniko Yadav. Stopped on the surface. Wanted to just hit it in the gap for a single. Stopped and bounced as well. Hit him very high on the bat. Joshua Trump is not going to drop that. Arniko Yadav has just gone so defensive to the new batter. All he's got to do is bowl it on the stump. The wicket is doing everything for him.
"13 wides have been bowled. Yeah, granted, one went down the leg side and they would have got 5 for it, but on this type of pitch, you don't want to give away runs.
You want to give away the stump more than anything. so much happening from the middle of the pitch. It's not that there are foot marks and the ball is going. If you just hit the stumps, the ball is doing enough.
Frustration. 13 gone. How good has this Shermala been?
He's terrific bowler. He bowls off spin to the right-handers. Bowls a carom ball to the left-hand, to the right-hander. Off spin to that left-hander. Pitching middle and leg, hitting top of off. And this was a carom ball to the right-hander. Again, got the ball to stop and go the other way. That's cool skill to have. If you can turn the ball both ways. Yeah, good skills from Mala. Look at that for a carom ball. That was Arjun South playing all over it. He was playing for the off spin, but the ball just straightened after pitching. Extremely good skills. He uses that middle finger to push it out and the ball goes the other way. That's exceptional skill from Sher Mala.
Shades of Sunil Narayan in his pomp. "44 deliveries since the last boundary. Staggering.
Not surprising, given the wicket and given the amount of spin that's been bowled. 40, make that 45 now. Yeah, McMillan's getting a bit frustrated here. Just hope that he reads the conditions well, doesn't do anything. As I speak, 82 for 4 after 14.
Watch NPL.
You would think that when the Bolts walk into bat, that they'll take it on, try and break the back of the run chase against the new ball.
I can't agree with you more. New ball is the best time to bat. And once the ball loses its sheen, grips a lot more. Arniko Yadav, that's better line. Ooh, that was close. No appeal on that occasion.
Obviously felt it just didn't straighten enough. A little change of field. Man from mid-wicket goes to point. I wouldn't be trying to hit it through point against this. There's a big shout. A confident shout. It's going to be a tough day for the men in red, that's for sure.
Very difficult. Swipe across the line from Ishan Pandey. Probably just going across off stump. Good decision. That's an action replay. He's just swiping against the spin here, Ishan Pandey. Do well to knock the ball around for singles.
I mean, I know that we say the surface is difficult. It tends to get a little bit better as the day progresses, but there's no pressure on the team batting second here. This should be taken. Oh, no! That's unbelievable! That's worth his selection alone! That is the finest catch that you'll ever see.
He just stuck his right hand from the sky and plucked it out of thin air. Did he, Joshua Trump? What a catch! The way he was running back, I thought he was never going to get there. McMillan, frustrated. We spoke about it. He shouldn't do anything silly. Hit the toe end of the bat. And look at that for a catch from Joshua Trump. The glasses fly, but he's held on. McMillan.
Jake. Could be a wicket every single delivery here. This is tough going. 15 gone. 84 for 5.
Versus Janakp. It's living up to the billing. We've seen a flying start from the two openers, 55 for none, but rapidly that's become 84 for 5. A real collapse as I welcome Darren Goff.
Yeah, what an atmosphere today. Yeah, I said the El Clasico.
Now, let's get a look at this. We've seen two stunning catches already, one coming from Nicholas Curtin, the other from Dev Canal. For me, this is the catch of the tournament. Like almost all the great ones, it's a misjudgment.
Misjudged it to start with, but the recovery was fantastic. And the glasses, they must have gone 10 yards.
It is funny that the most spectacular catches almost always seem to be misjudgments at first, but the youngster, great use of the feet. Has he got enough? Yes, he has, and it's going to go all the way. That's a Siddhartha Bank 6 to Ishan Pandey.
Yeah, pretty good shot from Ishan. Using his feet, it's nice to see. I think it is a pitch, you've got to use your feet. We saw it yesterday in the game. It's pretty even ground, it's in the middle, this pitch. 65 metres, just about 360 degrees. Got great contact, got to the pitch of the ball. Lovely flow at the bat. And there it goes, over the boundary.
The big surprise is Rajbanchi's taking some tap today. It's the first time we've seen it happen. Another wonderful piece of fielding by young Trump. He's come in and added a lot of energy. Rajbanchi was second to only Mohammed Mohsen coming into today in terms of the economy rates. He's going the distance today in the context of the game, Goffey.
He is, it's been pretty low scoring after another good start, by the way. And come back well into the game. Have the bolts.
There is turn on offer. It's surreal, isn't it? The morning games definitely turning more than the afternoon.
Absolutely. Just one thing on this Trump. He's 3 catches, but I don't know why he's got those glasses on. They've been off his head more than they've been on it.
Power sweep. Great connection. 4 more. Ishan Pandey is having a very good tournament. End of the 16th. It's 97 for 5. Younger brother with the gloves. Playing for different franchise teams. Who's going to win the battle? Who are mum and dad supporting today?
Oh, it's an amazing experience. As a father myself, my 2 sons were playing great cricket in Australia, and I actually was there when they played against each other. It's the weirdest thing ever. It really is. My younger son bowling at my older son.
Does it become apparent who the favourite son is quickly, or are they all your favourite? He's got to get some runs though, Arif Sheikh, because he's yet to get to double figures in this tournament. The 100s come up though now for the Royals in the 17th.
Yeah, perhaps having your brother out there give you a little more inspiration to do well, because they're always competitive. Look, brothers, there might be blood, but they are so competitive, and it might just be the edge he needs to.
Beautifully bowled. Thacker interested, thinking pad first. Not so sure. Yeah, for me in the morning game, if you can get 140 and you bowl and field well, you can be confident of winning. Afternoon games have been a bit different, a bit less predictable.
Oh, I tell you what, he got away with that one as well. That was it, pad first.
Oh, has Sheikh the younger just dropped Sheikh the elder? Was there any bat off this? No. Dead ball given. The umpire saying he didn't play a shot. Not so sure about that, Darren Goff.
Well, it'll be a first for me, a T20 game, and a batter at the latter end of the innings not playing a shot. Of course he played a shot. He got nowhere near it, but he definitely played a shot.
Yeah, I'm really not. Have a look at. He's played a shot. He's missed it, but given as a dead ball, given as a dot. So maybe the Royals robbed of a run. Pandey wants the second, but Arif Sheikh sends him back because he wants the strike. That's going to get us to the end of a very interesting over. Could have been an LBW, probably should have been an extra run. It's 102 for 5. artist in the world here in Kathmandu in Tamil. Very famous LOD. Might see if I bring you there. Kishore Mahado. Pumped. Man at long on. Taken. Arif Sheikh is yet to get to double figures in this tournament. The national team players having a real struggle with the bats. And Kishore Mahado has another wicket to his tally.
Again, unfortunately, you're coming in when you're out of form. The seamer into play, a full-edge ball right in the slot, gets decent contact on it, just not enough. It's a 65-yard boundary, comfortable catch in the deep, and he's gone. The disappointment, it's all there. Again,
but I'll tell you something, the Bolts fans are out cheering them right now because they are dominating. Scott Kugeline's going to have a lot to do. He's bowled really well, been probably one of their real trump cards. This is a good catch held by Arniko Yadav because he's kind of down in the shadows there.
It is indeed, staying in the shadows, but comfortable catch, good technique. There's a little bit of a wobble, but he had a good technique and that saved him in the end. Again, keep taking wickets, that's the key. In cricket, in all forms, and especially one-day cricket, it just stops the momentum. Stop them hitting boundaries and take wickets.
Good moment for Kishore Mahado again. Remember, returning from Australia. He might just have another. Yes, he does. I think Monty Desai is going to say, Kishore, we need you back here in Nepal to lead the attack. Such a talent. It's a big wicket. Isham Pandey, the latest to go.
Yeah, another clever bit of bowling. I said a pitch, slow ball into the pitch, just stops in it. A nothing shot, really, from Isham. And it's a comfortable catch from Jimmy Neesham, number 50 on his back.
You won't believe it, it's barely past 10 a.m. It feels like there's not a single office in Kathmandu that's got any workers in it because they're all here. They're in Kirtapur. Naresh Budiyar, the latest to the crease. The Royals have collapsed in a heap here. 55 for none, 103 for 7. And Kishore Mahado, after 2 expensive overs, has come back brilliantly. He's found 2 and 3 balls. Clever piece of bowling. There's been comparisons to someone you know well, Darren Goff, to Kishore Mahado. Bit of Liam Plunkett in him.
Yeah, I can see the comparison, but it's clever bowling, you know. Into the pitch, we've seen it stopping now. It's week 2 of the tournament. Slower balls into the pitch, hard to hit, hard to pick, and then he gets his rewards.
Nicely picked up. Has he got enough? Oh, yes he has. Great strike from Kugeline, showing his wares with bat and the ball.
Well, take a bow, Kugeline. Again, bowling into the pitch, but I'll tell you what, he found the sweet spot here. Absolutely. Just watch this back. Another slow ball into the pitch, waiting for it. Threw everything at it. He's a big man, he's Kugeline, and he's big enough to clear the ropes. Look at that one, into the stands.
Yorked him, 3 in the over. Oh, one of the best deliveries we've seen from any quick bowler in this whole MPL. Darren Goff, that's you incarnate, eat your heart out.
Well, you'd take that, wouldn't you? You don't mind getting it in for the maximum if you're going to follow it by an unbelievable bit of bowling. I love seeing this. Yorkers, look at that. You couldn't deliver a better one. Absolutely right on the button, underneath the bat, knocks the poles back. What a sight. Every fast bowler loves to see it.
Over alongside the maximum, he's got 3 for 28. Naren Soud, the under-19 star, he comes to the crease as Jimmy Neesham returns for his second. Darren, we were talking off air. You played, at the time there was 10 Test Nations when you were playing. You played in all of the other 9 countries, and of course England, where there's great fanatical support for cricket. Have you ever seen an atmosphere like this?
No, and I'd heard so much about it, you know, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to come here. I'd never been to Nepal, but I'd heard so much about the atmosphere, seen pictures of it, seen videos, and it's not disappointing at all. The people are magnificent, so friendly. The cricket is adorable. Look at the crowd. What is it time now? 20 past 10.
Well, the great thing is there's a joy and a spirit and an innocence here and a love of cricket I just find absolutely intoxicating.
And the DJ is banging. Take the DJ. Let's get the DJ to England.
There's a great mix, isn't there? Local tunes, all-time classics as South comes on to strike for the first time. This is where Neesham will be very good now as well.
Well, listen, Jimmy Neesham, an experienced man. He's done it in a World Cup final, bowls at the end. You know, he bowls good Yorkers, mixes it up well. He is hittable, but when it's his day, he's a very clever cricketer, Jimmy Neesham, and bowls it well. And we just go back to the crowd. Look at it, all around the ground. You've just got people enjoying themselves, friendly, waving, happy. That's what it's about. I love this sort of atmosphere. I live for this.
It's absolutely contagious too, isn't it? Look to get the second, and the dive will get him home. Couple of famous days last year, 16th of March, probably the most famous, the game that went around the world as Nepal beat the UAE in the most remarkable and dramatic of fashions. The fading light, Duckworth Lewis Stern coming into play, the umpires removing the bails to spark jubilant scenes of celebration. And then a two-day game. It was only a one-dayer, but the reserve day came into play as the rain came down on the 1st of May. The umbrellas were up, 30,000 stayed. And then it went into the second day, and the Cricket Association of Nepal said, we're going to open the gates, it's going to be free. Even more came on the 2nd of May, after the May Day Labour holiday. And the wonder of this country to everyone. And what you've got to do now, you've got to go and tell everyone back in England.
Don't worry about it, I will. I've been here now 4 days now, and it's been fantastic. And I've been lucky enough to go around the world. And just have a quick look at this one. Jimmy Neesham, actually slow ball. It nipped off the seam away, so there's still a little bit of movement about there. And one of the other tournaments I think has lit up the world as well is the SA20. I think that's got a great atmosphere about it. And that, when you have a crowd that are passionate and enjoy it, and they enjoy being at the cricket, it makes a great tournament. Big name players want to come and play in it, and this is definitely going to be hitting the map.
Nicely played. Has he got enough to get to the boundary? No real timing, no, just a couple. Couldn't agree more with you. You have to put the fans first, and that's what they've done so well, the organisers, in this inaugural season. The televisions, but on the live streams, as Kishore Mahato is clipped into the leg side, long on, and Blaze takes the catch. That's 4 for Mahato. What a great comeback. First 2 overs went for 20, now he's got 4 for 28.
Well, what a comeback. Mahato has come in, he's mixed it up with slow balls into the pitch, quick balls. Again, another good strike, but it's a 65-yard boundary hitting down the ground. He didn't get nowhere near it, and it's another comfortable catch in the deep. I'll tell you what, the Bolts have come into this, Narran South. He goes for 3.
Does his job. Well done, Abhinesh Pahara. One more look at the wicket. I think it again might have been a little cutter, was it?
It looks like he definitely looks, yeah, definitely a cutter. It's the right thing on this sort of pitch. If you're not bowling the Yorker, the cutters are hard to hit. 65-yard boundaries. Again, you've got to really hit the middle of the bat, and if you don't quite get it caught in the deep, clever bowling from Mahato. 4 wickets, what a spell.
Picked up into the leg side, protection out there. They'll want the second, but they're not going to get it. And Pahara, I think, rightly sends him back. So that means Pahara will have the strike. This game's a massive one, isn't it? Because if the Bolts take the win, they'll remain perfect. They'll be 5 from 5. They'll be guaranteed of a playoff spot. And also, it kind of brings those 4 teams all on 2 points, particularly the Gurkhas with 4 games left, back into the contest. Might be a good result for the tournament in a funny way.
Well, I think they've been outstanding. They didn't start very well, but they've come back into this, and they've been magnificent in the field.
Could be a chance. No, holds on to it. Chasing down 120 or something in that vicinity. Do you make them big favourites?
I would say make them big favourites. I think at low point you looked about 135, 140, but the way they've come back has been superb. The Royals 118 for 9. There's the points table. Janakp, 4 games, 8 points. Look at them all on 2 down there, down the bottom. It's an open series.
They've got to scrap for their lives, don't they? And we'll see the Lions again in action this afternoon. Oh, brilliant Yorker. How good has he been these final 2 overs? You go around the park at the top, 2 overs done for 20. What do you need as a fast bowler? Strength of character to come back.
Absolutely, and he does. That's the biggest thing you need, heart and belief. And if you can bowl at this part of any T20 game, come back and bowl cutters into the wicket and bowl a good Yorker, you can make a living out of this all around the world.
Does he deserve a 5 for a Michelle?
A Michelle, yeah, we love a Michelle. We saw one yesterday, didn't we, from Basotto, was it?
Yeah, 6 for him.
6 for.
Here he goes, can he get 5? Does this carry it along? Oh, no, not quite, and a diving effort goes onto the rope. Well, he's been exceptional. I want you to talk about what it's like bowling at the death in white ball cricket, how tricky it is.
Well, I lived for it. I absolutely did it from being 18, 19 years old. But you've got to be clever and think about the pitch. And this pitch is a huge pitch. Lots of slow balls, cutters into it. But there's the golden ball, the Yorker. And then you take these, caught on the boundary. When you look back and they say, oh, you got 4 for that game, you're not bothered about them being caught on the boundary. As long as it doesn't go over the boundary, you're happy.
Absolutely love that description of the Yorker as the golden ball. That's exactly what it was. We've got a capacity crowd, an unforgettable atmosphere, a spine-tingling one, and the Bolts to stay perfect, to stay as the only unbeaten team in the tournament, to make it 5 from 5.
That's through everyone. It misses everything as well, and I reckon that'll be 4 byes. So close to crashing into the stumps. But you've got to chance your luck on the surface.
Keepers are going to have to be good. That's just looked as though it clipped the pad. I'm not sure the keepers picked that. We both got it wrong. There's 6 on the offside. Just 3 on the leg. That's how difficult it is to score on the leg side. Mid on, backward square leg saving 1 and a deep mid wicket.
So many questions asked here by Harmeet Singh. The Royals will be hoping the rub of the green goes their way in this defense of 123. Yeah, just going down leg, good decision. It's been a probing first over here by Harmeet Singh. This wonderful venue and country. As it's going to be spin all the way for the Royals. It's going to be Saif Ali Zeb. First runs from the bat here for the Janakpur Bolts.
Well, the one thing you don't want to do on this pitch is bowl a full toss. And as a batter, the one thing you don't want to do is miss out on a full toss. So just a single. Left arm spin against right-handers.
Through him, Zeb strikes, and Anil has to depart without troubling the scorers. It's going to be spin that's going to make an impact early on, and the Royals have struck very early.
Well, Anil Kumar Saha can't turn around and say this was the surface, because it does absolutely nothing. It just goes straight on with the arm, and he misses it. He almost yorks himself by trying to play the hard sweep. Zeb is in on the action.
Matchup is going to be between Zeb and the left-handed Milanta, who's so elegant on the eyes as well.
I'd take it on early. Seriously, if I'm Milanta, I'd take it on early, because I don't think that Dipendra Singh Airy will keep 2 left-arm spinners on while Milanta's at the crease. I'm pretty sure he'll turn to off-spin, maybe even himself.
He just went across the line there. Went too hard at it, Anil Kumar Saha. Zeb striking very early in his spell. Yeah, he's bowled well. He's turned out to be a very fine utility player for the side. Opens the batting, gets the runs, and when given the responsibility of bowling in the power plays, he's grabbed his opportunities, HD.
He just needs to drag his length back a little bit. I think he's just a touch on the full side here. His wicket was very, very full, and his few deliveries to Malanta have also been full.
Yeah, as a batter, you have to be on top of your game. Look at that, playing away from the body, nowhere close to the pitch of the ball, and played across it, or rather all over it. Anil Kumar Saha, an off day at work. That took the inside edge. Oh dear. This is turning out to be a very... Comes on to bowl over number 3. Understands the importance of the left-handed Lahiru in the middle, and he says, let me bowl it away from him. This is a good contest, mind games in the middle. He'll hurry between his deliveries, as Milanta will be watchful to begin with. Very hard to pick who the crowds are supporting in this contest, HD. Every run, every 4, every wicket is cheered for, and the cheers are the same decibel levels. Smartly done. Just use the pace of Irie's deliveries. Work to do for the fielder. Does well to pull it back. You've got to save every run in a low-scoring encounter.
The problem is when you come around the wicket here, is that the pace that he bowls at, you can use the pace to get the ball fine. He does well here, actually. Once he lets it go, he doesn't touch the boundary up. That's brilliant. That's fine. Big thing now with Malanta on strike is he'll look to just push the ball into that vacant area on the leg side. There's a big area available for the left-hander. However, if the ball straightens, Corton bowls on the cards.
Yeah, you were on cue in the last over of Dipendra Singh bringing himself on for Milanta. Yeah. Not much separating both these sides at the moment. Poor ball, down the leg side, 5 wides again. They cannot afford to do this, the Sudur Paschim Royals. It's the captain himself kicking the turf as well.
Now Bandari, the keeper, I know it's not a good ball, but the keeper's got to do better than that. You know that the ball is spinning. You know it's going down the leg side. He's late in moving. Unnecessary runs.
Cries of catch it. This could be wicket number 2. Irie strikes. Asif departs. And the Sudur Paschim Royals right on top in this contest. What a match unfolding here at the TU International Stadium. Game on, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, Asif would have fancied his chances against the off-spin. The ball coming into the right-hander. But he's not quite at the pitch of it, so gets right underneath it. The slowness of the surface is his undoing. Kugelein's never going to drop that.
Almost carried to slip as well. Wide of him. Very edgy, very streaky. That'll be a boundary. Off the mark is Harsh Thakur, not in the most convincing of fashions. But we've seen a lot of runs in this over, as many as 14 and a 4 as well.
Yes, it is an outside edge, but you can see what he's trying to do with the pace that Dipendra is trying to bowl at. It's very, very quick, so if he leaves the stumps, he's got to pitch it on off stump.
Much better. That's more like it. A little bit of a mix-up. Direct hit, and I reckon he would have been struggling. Irie gets hit on the hand. They'll take another run on the overthrow. Oh, this could be close. Direct hit. And I'll tell you what, this could be doom as well. They're just running helter-skelter in the middle for the 3rd. But Sudur Paschim says, we've got a man. They're celebrating. Drama, eventful, and that's been referred upstairs.
Drama, mayhem. If this is given not out, I don't know how many times they've run. But the Royals are confident that they've got one, and it'll be enormous because it will be Malanta.
Yeah, I just wonder what was the communication and coordination in the middle. Two new batters. Oh, he's struggling. He's struggling. It's a direct hit. And he's a goner as well. This is a big moment in the game. The Royals are having a royal time in the middle. And looks like that's Harsh Thakur. Why would you do this? Never run on a misfield, they say. Oh dear. Self-destruction mode.
It is Harsh Thakur. I have no idea how he's run to that end. There must have been a... Well, your guess is as good as mine. But it is the Canadian. Watch this for a bit of cricket. It's all over the place from both sides. Thakur calls for a single. There's a... He drops the ball. And then they decide, well, we'll go for another one. And here's the direct hit. Harpreet Singh. Quick as a flash, lets it go. They knew straight away he was...
In the middle, bring out the off spinners, as many you have. Oh, it's always going to be that kind of a situation where the left-handed batter, the off spinner, will bat with a lot of doubt in mind.
Oh, what a delivery. Oh, I'm so glad I'm sitting up here.
Yeah, uses the depth of the crease. That's a very fine hit from a batter in supreme form this season. That's Lahiru Milanta. He'll use his feet to the pitched up delivery, and to the one shot he'll go deep in the crease and find the gap as well.
I'm just trying to think whether this is the right field and whether mid-off should come up and put the sweeper back on the offside, because if you get your length slightly wrong, short, it's an easy put away. I think the shot down the ground might be the toughest stroke on a turning pitch.
Slip in place. Yeah, that one turned as well.
But again, it's because of the amount of turn that he aborts the stroke. But the length allows you to play that square cut. Dipendra needs to look at his field here.
Taken! The slip comes into play. Ishan strikes. The danger man Milanta departs. Everything going the Royals' way at the moment. They're eking out wickets over after over. And all of a sudden the Bolts are in a complete mess in the middle. What a match! Match number 18.
Well, it's the reason why they are so high up on the table. Only with 123 to defend, they've come out aggressive and with a great deal of belief. And the one thing that Dipendra Singh has got right is every single...
And made an early impact as Shubh Kansakar walks out a best of 22. But it'll call for a lot of concentration and conviction in his batting to take his team home on a surface that's been...
And we're seeing the full array of spinners.
That one as well. Turned a mile, turned sharply. How about rolling your arm over HD?
No, they'd get this in about 3 overs if I bowled. It was certainly not a strength. It was an enormous weakness. Right.
Yeah. Ideally, as a side that batted first and got 123, seeing the way the surface played, you'd want to believe at the halfway stage you have decent runs now all of a sudden. Yeah, just throwing his bat at it. It's going to be a wide.
Strange, isn't it? The Bolts like chasing. They've won 3 of their 4 chasing. Yeah, I'm afraid that is a wide, though. Just. But the Royals, on the flip side, they like defending.
Wicket number 5. Half the side, back in the dugout, inside 30. The Janakpur bowls are all over the place. And it's a sea of yellow that has engulfed them at the moment. It's one-way traffic, and it's the Sudur Paschim Royals.
Well, on a turning pitch, you need to take the offside out the game. You really do. You can't be trying to hit the ball over mid-off or over extra cover on a surface that's spinning, because this will be the result over.
Oh, this one went with the arm. At this stage, the Royals were 28 for no loss compared to 28 for 5 for the Bolts. That's in the air, audacious hit, but that's Jimmy Neesham for you. A couple of bounces that'll go for a 4 against the run of play, but they'll need more of it. You need to do something different on the surface and manufacture shots in the middle.
Neesham opting to go with the turn. Both men up behind point in the 30-yard circle. So pretty safe if you can get enough bat on it.
Yeah, one of the last time I saw 2 slips in place in the NPL. Can't really recollect. It's the confidence of the team, it's the surface, and it's the situation that the Bolts are in right now. Oh, this could be close. They've all gone in unison. Wow, what a call, what a shout.
He's not happy, the skipper. He's not happy. So Neesham goes for the reverse sweep. Oh my goodness me. Oh my word.
Vinay Kumar Jha was least interested in that appeal and shout. He says, move on, boys. Oh, did that carry? Oh! Was there a trickle on the way to Binod Bhandari? The reaction says it all. So close, yet so far, the first 5.
Yeah, not a difficult pitch is an understatement.
Coming in again. One, two, three. 3 tries at that one. Finally some bat on the ball. The scorecard looks horrendous. No one in double figures yet.
Absolutely 0-4-5-7-0. It's a kind of wicket where you wonder as a batter where my next run is coming from. It's not easy for a new batter walking in. It's turning, some are going straight, some are keeping a bit low. It's as exciting as it can get. Low scoring games.
Joshua Trump is struggling, yet to get off the mark. The ball's doing a bit out there. Jimmy Neesham on the other end, he's watched some wickets go down.
Doing a bit? Wow.
Worked into the leg side, still can't get off the mark. Required run rate is just 6.5, but they're 5 down.
6.5 is like 10s in this wicket.
Flashed through the offside, and finally a boundary. Joshua Trump gets off the mark with a nice looking 4. It's also the end of the power play. 6 done, 37 for 5.
Chasing 124.
Big shout again. Umpire says not out again.
Joshua Trump broke the shackles there. 5 dots and then a terrific shot through the covers.
and it's the skipper. Dupendra Singh Airi can do no wrong, and with some acrobatics out there as well. What a talent he is, and that is going to be the end of Jimmy Neesham.
Yeah, terrific bowling, stump to stump. That's all he's got to do, Dupendra Singh Airi. You miss, I hit. Across the line, Jimmy Neesham. Here's that sound of death, hitting off and middle. And look at that for a celebration. That's not easy. That's how fit the man is. Dupendra Singh Airi. Jimmy.
Not been in their hand for a long time now. They've just got 4 in their hand. Dupendra Singh Airi, 2 for 19. Off the mark. The Bolts would have felt with Jimmy Neesham out there, they had a little bit of hope. But now, where are these runs coming from?
It's not an easy wicket, and it's not an easy wicket to rotate strike. You've really got to wait for the bowler to make an error and then capitalize. So it's not an easy wicket where you can use your feet, use your hands. Yeah. I don't know where those runs are coming from. It's tough.
We always knew this was going to be a good contest. Both of these sides have been dominating Nepal Premier League. And when they do meet, we get an extremely good contest.
Yeah, this one's sliding on with the arm as well. That's what makes it tough. You don't know which one's going straight and which one's going to spin.
Goes for the big one. It's Trump. And he puts this out of the ground. Excellent looking shot from the young man. Ends the over. Correction, there's still one more ball to come, but he'll pick up a 6.
You know, what I've liked about Joshua Trump, he's only faced 8 balls, his calmness. He's not been perturbed by the balls that spun. But when the ball is there in his zone, he's put them away. That's a terrific strike for a young man. The calmness that he's shown is something even senior players can learn from. He's not perplexed. Look at him. He's unfazed. And that's an extremely good quality to have on a surface like that. If anyone can take the balls home, it's going to be Joshua Trump. Yeah, terrific strike. The man from US plays for the Texas Super Kings. Highest of 56 not out against San Francisco Unicorns. This young man looks like he can bat. Have you seen him before?
Yeah, he was actually at the USPL not too long ago. Pulled away. And it's going to be the end of the 7th, 45 for 6.
Neoco solar water heaters.
It's come in clumps, both innings now. The bowlers have had an ecstatic time out in the middle. It's going to be Harmeet Singh who comes back with the ball. Harmeet Singh flying in all the way from Guyana. Just finished the Global Super League there and straight back into action here at the Nepal Premier League. The Bolts fans, they've still got some energy in them. They still believe. Looks like it might just have been drifting down, but they're all up. Every ball, every single ball is an event.
Harmeet and Joshua Trump, compatriots, both ply their trades in the United States. Yeah, that was drifting down leg. Going on with the arm, that's what makes it tough. And the next one's going to spin. Beautifully balled.
Oh, this could have been the goner. He would have been gone, I think. Needed a better throw.
It's all action here. Dupendra Singh Airi, the fielder, when he's in action, there's no shortage of excitement. Slightly wild, Bandari collects well but just misses. Arnika Yadav, desperate dive. All's well that ends well. Harmeet, none for 2 of 1.2. What's Arniko Yadav got? He's got a deep mid-wicket, he's got a deep square leg. He's got a leg slip in place. Fielders running helter-skelter.
Everyone's got their heart in their mouths with every single delivery.
That was a big wicket. Jimmy Neesham tried to swing across the line. It was straight. Just missed it. That's sound. And look at that for a celebration.
The celebration was something from Dipendra Singh Airi. Heaved down the ground, and that's going to be the 7th. Harmeet Singh strikes. Fantastic scenes out here in the middle from the Royals. Didn't put on a lot of runs, but they're defending it in some fashion.
That's the only shot that Arniko Yadav could have played, but he picked out the fielder. And Dipendra Singh Airi had positioned himself on purpose. He knew this was coming. Look at how straight he was. Perfect catch. Ecstatic Harmeet Singh. His first wicket. He's in the game now. 40.
Well. 7 down. Sher Malla comes out. Incredibly tough time for the batters out of the middle, and he's got to deal with Harmeet Singh, who's just picked up his first wicket. Malla will know these conditions. He had a good time as well with the ball. It's the end of the 8th. It's 46 for 7.
Trump's the only one who's gotten double figures. So it's not a surprise that they're not able to string partnerships. And they need a big one from here if they are to get home. And they're being hit by spin. Naren South, another left-arm spinner. The 3rd one in action today.
Down the ground, he'll pick up a single. But this is where the problem starts. It's the new batter. Malla's got to try and bring Trump on strike. Very difficult task. It sounds easy, but it's very difficult.
I like Joshua Trump. He's making it look easy. I love the calmness. He's unhurried. He's playing the game at his own pace. And that's what's required when you come across a surface like this. It's not going to be easy, but you've got to find the tempo. And he's doing that very well. He's controlling the pace of the game.
Oh, that's come in. Bamboozling the batter.
It's easy to play a big shot and get out. It's easy to panic as a batter. But what I've liked about Joshua Trump in his brief stay is that he's been in control. He's controlled the tempo. And he's looked good with his footwork as well.
Tossed up. Missing the outside edge.
Yeah, this was Arniko Yadav tossed up in the arc, but was perfectly positioned himself. Dipendra Singh Airi, comfortable catch.
Calls for catch it again. This has gone straight up in the air, and that's going to be the 8th. Naren into the attack with the ball, and he too picks up a wicket. 47 for 7, and this seems to be going in one direction only.
47 for 8, you make that. What have you just done, Sher Malla? You've got a batter who's batting at the other end. All you need to do was hang in there and let him do the scoring. And if possible, get him on strike. This is a nothing shot, according to me. Straight up in the air, easy catch. And the procession continues. Avinash Bora, the catch. Looks like a Nepal code. Maybe he'll reach Pokhara or Lumbini.
Full face of the bat and defended.
I mean, I think Joshua Trump has to take all the strike if possible. He's the only one that can get any close to the target. That's Banshi Look good. Couple of balls that he's faced. 47 for 8. Harmeet Singh, can he finish it off in this over?
Not yet. Not yet. Kishore survives.
Get more close in fielders. Get a silly point in. Get a short leg in. 2 for 2, Harmeet Singh.
Tossed up, left alone. It's the needs to get a bit closer, Harmeet, if he wants to finish this for his side. At least they're smiling out in the middle.
Just can't put bat on ball here. Terrific bowling from Harmeet.
How is that? The question's asked. The finger stays down, and that's going to be the halfway point. 10 gone. The bowls 47 for.
Fancy a ride on that. The ultraviolet. Industry-leading range of 323 kilometers. On the off day, we're on the back of that.
Well, I'm a motorbiker myself, so I love a Ducati here and there.
That's gone fine. Did you bring the leathers?
I didn't bring the levers. I wasn't expecting it to be this cold, but it's a lovely bike. I wouldn't mind a spin on it while we're here. But watch this here. Much needed runs for the bolts. And it comes where it's a full toss, little bottom edge, fine, runs away for a boundary. It seems the only way they're going to get a run is through a poor delivery, because it's turning, the odd one's bouncing and turning, and the odd one's going straight on with the arm and keeping low. Good luck.
I'm just a little bit concerned that this might be the end of Scott Kugelheim in the Royal setup. If these surfaces continue to turn, will seem be needed.
I think they're going to have to find a way, aren't they, the teams, where they've got to attack. If left-hander comes in against a left-arm spinner with a shorter boundary, you've got to attack it. You've got to almost use the old-fashioned pinch hitter. Come in and just tee off.
Well, that's the end of another one. 11 gone, 51 for 9.
Yellow to our right, and to our left we've got the lovely pink. And the yellow are on top. In fact, Harmeet, he must love. He's gone from Guyana, playing in the GSL, to pitches exactly the same as this. And now he's come to Nepal, and he's playing on an absolute Bunsen. Unplayable. I mean, how do you play that? Come on, you're the batter, HD. I know what I'd do. Slog sweep. Only shot in the book.
You do understand that this was the end of my test career, was spin. 2 slips in a T20 game. But finding the outside edge is proving tricky here with the amount of turn that is on offer for Harmeet.
But it's the difference, isn't it? It's the odd one turning and bouncing, then the one that goes straight on with the arm and keeps a little bit low is the one that gets the wickets.
Well, that's it, isn't it? You leave that alone thinking it'll miss off stump, and it goes straight on and just clatters into your shin bone. Because we've seen a few LBWs. Final delivery of the Harmeet spell. There'll be no interest from the man in red. That'll conclude the spell, and what a spell it's been. Wait for it. 2 for 2 in 4. 51 for 9.
11. You'd back yourself, wouldn't you, as a seamer? I know it's turning, but as a seamer coming into the attack, bit of pace, you'd fancy yourself to knock one of these over.
What are you doing here? Length? Or the Yorker.
Bouncer. No, you're kidding. I would go for just that length ball. It's stopping in the pitch a little bit. Like I say, it's very, very dry. Started off frosty and damp this morning, but now it's dry.
Looks for the Yorker, gets the wicket. It only takes one delivery for Scott Kugelheim, and the Royals have done the unthinkable. They have defended 123, and they've won by an enormous margin.
Amazing performance from the Royals. It looked like there was going to be short at the halfway stage, but the Bolts, a bit of a collapse. A nothing delivery, a nothing shot, and a simple catch at mid-wicket. Straight into the middle of those hands. An unbelievable...
That both would have qualified for the playoffs. We won't put that in ink just yet. But the Bolts chasing 124 for victory would have gone in at the halfway mark thinking we can do this and we'll do this comfortably. Maybe we'll improve our net run rate as well. Well, think again. 51 all out.
Unbelievable performance, 51 all-out figures, and the bowlers, all of them, superb. Amit coming in for his first game, 4 overs, 2 for 2. Ari, the skipper, 2 for 27, bit expensive, but picks up 2 important.